The Kimono Dragons project is a multimedia interactive game that employs wearable electronic clothing as the interface for each of the game players instead of the traditional screen and mouse interface. Players grow a digital pet dragon on their shirts, which, if taken care of properly, evolves from an egg to a fully mature adult dragon. Interaction with other Kimono Dragon players is also made possible, making this project a fun way to socially interact. Let's take a closer look at how the game works. The game begins as a player turns on the shirt using a switch in the back, which in turn displays a Kimono Dragon egg on the front. The egg represents the first game level where the player's only objective is to hatch the egg and evolve to the next level. At the teen state, the dragon is now a curious creature looking to learn and explore, and the player can perform multiple actions to interact with his or her pet dragon. The screen also displays the dragon's current health, hunger, and happiness stats. The food they eat is limited at the teen level, but they can go and hunt for more if they need to. At higher levels of the game, more foods can be unlocked. While most of the single-player actions like feeding can be controlled using the LCD and fabric select button on the sleeve, most of the two-player social actions are controlled by gestures, for instance, hugging and dancing. Each action has a separate gesture that both users need to perform simultaneously. The animation for the action then shows up on both the players' shirts. Gestures are an integral part of the game, and to sense these, both the sleeves are embedded with tri-axis accelerometers in the cuffs and bend sensors on the elbows, which work together to detect user gestures and interpret them in different appropriate animations. The shirts use an XP module for wireless communication attached to the Arduino Pro, which is the central controller for the game. The XP helps the players detect a second user in the vicinity and therefore interact and share data, such as when a player gifts another player food. The players also need to make sure that their pets are fed and kept happy in order to survive. If overfed, the pets can also get fat, which then triggers the player to exercise their pet using the exercise gesture in order to bring it back to proper health. Another important game interaction that the player must complete at the teen level in order to evolve is training. As adults, the dragons get to fight battles with other players, so in the teen level, they need to complete the training sessions in order to learn how to battle as adults. These training sessions are based on the 5 different gestures the players need to know in order to battle. 5 because the dragon battles are based on 5 different elements: fire, water, earth, metal, and wood. Once the teen reaches a certain amount of experience points and completes all the training sessions properly, he or she can evolve to the adult stage. At this stage, the dragon can perform all the same actions as the teen adult, with some additional actions like battles. Battles are a 2-player interaction and can help win the player experience points and unlock new game features such as new food items or new physical appearances for the dragon. In battle, the players choose an element for each round, select it using the fabric button, then both players perform the gesture simultaneously to see who wins the round. Upon winning, the player's dragon morphs into the winning element. So for example, if a player wins with fire, at the end of the last round, the player will morph into the fire dragon and unlock a fire food item, in this case, the snake. The player's dragon will stay like that until the next time he or she battles. The losing player loses health and happiness points and goes back to the neutral state. If the health goes to 0, the player's pet can die. Death, however, does not end the game for the player. Kimono dragons are cannibals, and thus, upon death, they must get eaten by another dragon in order to be able to restart the game. Once a player comes across a dead dragon, he or she can feed on their carcass and gain hunger and experience points. There were only a few setbacks in development during this winter quarter. For example, more testing was done with conductive threads before fixing them permanently to the shirts. We found that we needed a lower resistance to power the display matrix, so a few changes were also made. We were able to get the XB working for wireless communication instead of a cell phone. Secondly, we got the tri-axis accelerometer working with the bend sensors. Then the LCD panel was implemented on the sleeve, followed by improved circuitry for the shirt. More importantly, the entire game design was completed. This led to the finalization of the look for the Egg and Teen Dragons. As a result of all the work we accomplished during the winter quarter, we are happy to say that we have 2 working shirts and that we have also reached our fundraising goals for the construction of a 3rd garment next spring, thanks to a research grant we received from the university. As well, we are looking forward to representing Cal State University East Bay at a statewide research competition taking place in late April, as well as making our presence known at the Maker Faire in May 2010.